Hey, no stranger. Look for a little fall toggle. I'm gonna do 6 days, a week here in the Mahoosics. 6 nights, 7 days. Do the east side of the Grafton Loop. Head out down to Speck Pond, maybe Mahoosic Notch. Climb back up, hit Speck, and do the west side of the Grafton Loop. My family's up here ahead of me somewhere. I had a battery issue I had to stop and resolve. This GoPro, it vexes me. I think it might be time for a new camera. But yeah, they're gonna climb up Puzzle Mountain with me today. Leave me here. Hopefully come back and pick me up in a week. Gonna be some rain. Not surprising. Should be mostly tomorrow. But we have very short dates planned. There they are. I didn't think they could have gotten too far. But yeah, we're done doing ambitious stuff for the year. Been sitting around home too much to do big miles. So these days should be really nice and short. Carrying a bunch of water because we're going very short. Camping at Stewart. And I don't think there'll be water there tonight. There almost never is. Well, figured I'd say hello. Show you the morning sun in the trees. But I think you can hear I'm huffing and puffing. I gotta get warmed up. So I'll see you a little farther on. There's some beautiful views here this morning. And tomorrow and the next day. But today the sun's shining. I'll see you up there. Picnic ledge. Wife and daughter decided to have lunch here. Have a picnic. They were not enjoying the climb at all. I don't know why. But I was enjoying it. It's a beautiful day for climbing. It's a nice breeze. So I figured I better bring the camera over here so you can hear me. But yeah, I wish it would be like this all week. We're gonna get some rain tomorrow. But yeah, we'll go up there tomorrow, camp this side of the bald tates, camp the other side of the bald tates, camp the other side of Speck, camp this side of Speck. Sergeant Brook, maybe Bald Shelter. Kind of got a plan. I don't have any reservations, so we can camp wherever we want. Now we got some slabbing to do. Make sure I've got everything with me. I'm not coming back this way. Not too many people out here. I was surprised. It's a beautiful day like this. I thought there'd be more. Well, I'll definitely break out the camera when we get up top. There should be some beautiful views up there. It's gonna be windy, but You can see the top of the mountain up there. Just keeps going up. We'll be there soon. Yeah, should be mostly good weather other than the rain tomorrow, Tuesday. So we'll appreciate this while we can. Met a guy who was up here earlier. He said it was really windy this morning. But this is pretty chill. Oh well, we'll toddle down. It's a little mossy forest I can show you. Very piney. And then we'll be at camp. It's a ridiculously short day. They're all going to be kind of short. Not trying to get anywhere. Just spending time in the woods. It's good for the brain this time of year. Oh well, we'll wander on. Hey! Sorry, I blew right through that beautiful spot in the forest I was going to show you. I was just flying down that mountain. I don't know what happened there. They say it's like 2.7 miles from the intersection, just this side of the summit, to here. And it was just over just like that. I mean, I wasn't complaining that I was here, but I was really surprised I was here. I thought I had a ways to go yet. And then I saw a sign and I'm like, well, the only sign is for the campsite. Yeah, sure. I don't know. There's water nearby here. There's a little trickle in the campsite. And just up the trail a ways, I could hear a pretty good flow of water. This is just a little trickle, but you could probably scoop enough. But up the trail, just a little ways, I don't remember ever hearing water over there before. I usually figure this place is dry. I carried in 3 liters. Which is better than not having water when you get here. But there's water like maybe another half mile, 3/4 of a mile down the hill. But to go all the way down there and carry it back up here. To me that sounds harder than carrying the 3 liters from the car. I don't know. I could be wrong. I usually don't camp here. I usually do another 5.5 miles and camp at Town Corner. But we took our time and relaxed, enjoyed our lunch. This was the plan all along. Like I say, I brought water because I was planning on camping here. I don't know. Other than hammock camping though, I don't See, any space here that's flat for a tent, everything's got roots and slanted downhill. Maybe a little tiny one-person tent. Maybe a two-person tent might fit there. It's pretty bumpy, but at least it's kind of flat. But yeah, hammock is the way to go here, I think. But there's just not that much adventure to be had on this trip, so that's all there's going to be here today. I mean, I could shoot you a lot of video of me hanging out here at the campsite. But this is not a grand adventure. This is a get out of the house for a week. Try not to go crazy. This time of year, my seasonal affect goes nuts, so if I can spend more time outside soaking up sunlight, that usually smooths it out a little bit. A little bit. I can feel I'm crazy as a loon right now. But I'm harmless. I'm out here by myself. There's nobody coming. Nobody gonna be bothered. We'll see AT hikers on day 3 and 4, but otherwise I don't really anticipate anybody being out here on the loop with us. This will be our own private trail, I think. You never know. Somebody else could show up. I'm here. Oh well. Certainly if I saw something exciting, I'd tell you about it. Otherwise, day 1. It just feels kind of silly because it's so easy. But I'm going to get used to it. There's a couple of days that'll be a little more work. And we did climb like 3,000 miles. Or 3,000 feet. So 3,000 miles, that'd be a little more sweaty. Alright. We will, I guess probably see you tomorrow. Night night. Good morning. Day 2. Dawn's dark. If you saw my summer hike, you know this routine. Had a little showers overnight, just dripping, nothing major. But the forecast has shifted. It's going to be more rain than they were thinking. So we're going to have showers today, turning into heavy downpours tonight. But then they say tomorrow's going to be better. Wait, is tomorrow better? No, Wednesday's better. Tomorrow's going to be raining too. Sorry, didn't mean to get your hopes up. Alright. Show you the right way. We don't want to waste any time. I'm not going terribly far. Maybe 10 miles or so. I've never done this loop this way before. Usually I do it as a 3-night loop. So yesterday we would have gone a lot farther. Today we would go a lot farther. Thankfully we're not trying to do that. Yeah. We've had some rain. No, it's been a wet year. I'm not sure if that's why the leaves haven't started changing much yet. Or if anything that changed got blown off with a tropical storm. I don't know much this morning, sorry. Well, I thought I'd say good morning at least. But should be some pretty brooks later in the day, but otherwise, a lot of this is just a walk in the woods. It's beautiful. But you just don't know when to pull out the camera because it all looks the same. On top of a hill. I knew we were supposed to be going down a mountain. Yeah, drop down to that spot because sometimes there's water there at Stewart. There's a little there this time. I was glad I carried though. I would never go there without water. I'm gonna guess that's a moose. It sounded big. It's the danger early in the morning like this. You wake up the animals. Moose are usually pretty timid, but in the fall sometimes the males can get a little territorial. Been chased by a moose before. Didn't like it. Well, I'll check in with you later. I'm gonna try to go fast while it's not raining. Well, steady rain has begun. We were hoping for showers this morning, but this is just rain. It hasn't stopped for quite a while. Whew. There's the top of Long Mountain. I've never climbed it in the morning before. I've always climbed it at the end of the day. It's still a good climb, but it's going much, much faster. Not having that 3 liters of water on my back really helps too. Feeling light today. But yeah, no rest for the wicked. We got to get across these water crossings. If it's going to rain all day and then pour tonight, those things will be a beast in the morning. I had that happen a couple of years ago. I was out here. Those crossings were scary. Whew. So we'll carry on up the Long Mountain. Sounds like something out of Tolkien. Almost on top of mountain. I saw all this beautiful moss and I said, oh, I bet the people want to see that. That's beautiful. Actually, I was lost in my head. I was 40 years away in the past. And all of a sudden I realized, wow, look how beautiful this is. It's much prettier here than it was back then. Oh man. Yeah, this time of year there's a lot of madness. So this being outside sometimes helps a little. How could you feel bad when you're walking through moss like this? I think it's moss. I don't know what it is. It's green, it's short, it's beautiful. It could be a lichen, I don't know. A wart. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're on top of the mountain yet or not. I think we've still got one more meander. It just kind of winds around. It's not switchbacks. It doesn't go in a straight line. But it's nice that it stopped raining for a little bit at least. I'm already pretty wet, but I would like to keep hiking for another few hours. It gets harder the wetter you are, the heavier you get. Oh man. Yeah. A little undercast in the notch. I just keep thinking about how far I want to try to get, because I remember those water crossings last time were scary. I can't relax and enjoy the view. Keep thinking, go, go, go. Pretty sure we'll be soaking wet when we get there, but we just can't stop early. The last crossing is just before the last campsite on this side of the Baldfates. Can't remember if that's the worst one or the one before it is the worst one. I know they were scary. I made it, but I'd never seen them like that, angry. If we get 2 inches of rain tonight, they'll be angry tomorrow. It's beautiful, but wet. A sign in the wilderness. There used to be a campsite up here. That's why this sign is here. Not sure why they took it out. It's got a nice little brook. It's always got water. So depending on who you trust, we've covered 7 miles this morning. We've got like 4 or 5 more to go. Not terribly far. It's a big lump we got to get over. A few water crossings. I just keep remembering what those water crossings looked like last time I was out here when it flooded. Yeah. I am motivated. I would love to stop and just set up camp. This is not hiking weather. This is terrible weather. I could be laying in my hammock reading. Snugly warm, dry. But yeah, tomorrow I would regret it. These mountains here, they scrape the clouds and then all the water rushes down into just a few spots. It'll probably jump up maybe a foot or more if it gets 2 inches tonight. Just enough to cover all the stepping stones. So now you're walking in the water and it's raging. I didn't like it. I like to look at raging water. I don't like to walk in it. This isn't raging. A little over a mile to the next campsite. Then we'll climb up Lightning Ledge. Maybe there'll be a view. Maybe it'll be pouring rain. We'll see. As long as it's not lightning. It's a pretty nice spot if I don't fall off. Kind of on the edge of a cliff here. But it's not roaring, so I could come close. Miles to go. It's very pretty, but I've got to go. Yeah, it's a nice swimming hole on a hot day. I think this might be the crossing I skipped when it was raging. There's one, I checked the map and it's gonna go across and then come back over. I think it might have been this one. I just bushwhacked up that way. It was scary. It was roaring. There's video out there, look for it. Grafton Loop something or another, Wet and Wild. It's on the site. But yeah, you look at that and you'll understand. This was just roaring. I was like, no, I don't want to go over there. Today I will. We got a few of these to do. They're not bad. I was tempted to camp at Lane when I passed by a bit ago. But I remembered this waterfall here. This crossing was really bad after the flood last time. I don't know if it's going to rain that much tonight. Can't remember how much it rained that time I was here. That might have been like 4 inches or 6 inches. Maybe the 2 inches won't be so bad, but I remember there was a lot of trouble. And my plan is to get wet today, and then hopefully we will hang out and camp tomorrow until it stops raining. If it's raining in the morning, if we really want to get hopeful, it'll have already stopped raining and be drying out. But yeah, if we get where we're supposed to get today, tomorrow is very short. It's over a couple of really big mountains. But the distance is incredibly short. When it takes me all day to get there, you'll wonder why. But yeah, I think it's maybe like 3 miles or something. It's ridiculously short. But it's up and over East Baldpate and West Baldpate. So it'll be a workout. But usually I do that after putting in like 7 miles or something. 6.5 maybe. All right. It's a whole different hike. Use different campsites. Well, I've never had this much time to waste. Taking a whole week to screw around out here. Highly unusual. And usually I would have the motorcycle there, so as we well know, after half a loop, there's that temptation to walk to the bike and go home. Can't do that this time. All right. Now we got some climbing to do up to Lightning Ledge. Might have to put a raincoat on, I'm not sure. Working our way up Lightning Ledge. Thankfully no lightning yet. I did have to break out my raincoat, in case you're wondering. I usually stop here and have a lunch break, but I'm inclined to keep going. I don't have much farther to go to where I'm going to camp, and the weather is not very conducive to stopping for lunch. So I think what I'll do is climb the rest of the way up this ledge, which is pretty at first, and then there's an annoying section in the middle. But then, I think the signs say it's like a half a mile or something. I never know if these signs are accurate. I've done this trip so many times that I don't bring a map or anything along. So I kind of vaguely know how far everything is, but in terms of specific numbers, I don't really know. Unless they give me a sign, and then I only know what they tell me. Oh, yeah. Somehow I've got to get up here. It's a good thing I'm not trying to go all the way to the next shelter today. You see, normally this is a morning hike, and the afternoon you got to take on the mountains. Well, you've seen the moss. You've seen the ledge. Tonight, maybe lightning. We'll see. Well, the tarp's up. There's a hammock in there. I think I found a spot that'll drain. The last time I camped out here in a heavy rainstorm, I woke up in the morning and I was in a lake. But I think I've got a spot where the water will slide away from me. Speaking of water, making a little. Almost done. Once that's done, I'm gonna get naked and dry and in the hammock. I may not see you again tonight, so I might say hello from in the hammock, but I figured I better say something now because, yeah. Whew, cold, wet. Gotta keep going. All right, the water's done. I will either see you later or I will see you in the morning. I'm gonna get dry. A late good morning to you. Day 3 has turned into a 0 day. I didn't like the looks of that weather forecast for the summit. My clothes are totally soaking wet. It's gonna be in the 40s and high winds, off and on rain. I'm not in any hurry, so I said, you know what? I don't have to do that. This summer on that long ass loop, I had to, no matter what. But today, I don't gotta do shit. So I thought I'd check in with you, say hello, explain where day 3 went, but I ain't going nowhere. It's almost lunchtime. I almost got dressed, about 9 o'clock. I was just on the verge of putting on my wet clothes. Sorry, I'm using my phone. It's not stabilized, but it does have zoom. This jumped up considerably from last night. This is why I didn't want to be on the other side of the water crossings this morning. I would have been drier. I might have been tempted to go hiking. Yeah, I could hear this roaring from up at the campsite. Let's see if I can find a spot to get some water.